right, that was I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas by the London Philharmonic Orchestra. Of course, plenty more where that came from right here on KHNS Public Radio. But now it's time for the Safety Report with Al Badgley, underwritten by the Kid Corral. If you're hurting for childcare in Haines, the Kid Corral has you covered. For only $100 a day, your 1 to 5-year-old can wander around in our patented fenced and open-air grassy fields. Now, mostly bear-proof. For more info, call 766-6677. That's 766-OOPS. Joining us now is Al Badgley, Sam's Lyle, and a new guest. Who do you have with you, Al?
Well, we decided to get a representative from the Safe Company. They've been asking us to come in for a while, so I was going to have one of the representatives come in. So start off with, can you just elaborate on what Safe Company is?
Oh yeah, well first, thanks for having us on. We've been trying to get on here for a while. SAFE stands for the Society of Americans for Firearms Everywhere.
Okay, let's focus here on holiday safety. That's the time of year we're really working on right now. So when you think about holidays, you think about celebrations, you think about family, friends, and what a better way to celebrate than parties. A lot of people like to have parties when they're this time of year. So one of the things at a party that's pretty much standard is good food. And you got to kind of consider about overindulging a little bit. Make sure you don't get a little bit too much sugar high or something of that nature. And kind of make sure you don't get distracted from the kitchen. I mean, a lot of kitchen fires out there. Without food, you also have to have a little bit of drink every once in a while. You better have something that's non-alcoholic for those little kids out there that maybe want to take a sample here and there or something.
Well,
that might
Al,
be spiked eggnog or something.
I think a really big question that a lot of our listeners have at this time of year is, when I go to a party, how do I protect myself from feeling unsafe when I'm at a party with Donald Trump voters?
Let's kind of get back to, I think we're just at a party and we're just going to have everybody.
Safety is what we're here to talk about today, all right? So, look, holidays are a great time to host your annual Christmas signature gathering recall party. Now, those little rugrats, they're inevitably going to find one of the host's guns. So if you want to stay safe, bring your own gun in case you have to defend yourself.
Now, I think firearms and safety are not something. It's a firearm safety, but this is not what we're focusing on.
Al, I think we can all agree, right, that it's just safer to not have recalls. You know, it's slippery streets for petition gathering, right?
Well, sometimes in order to stay safe, you got to take risks. Al agrees with me that it's safest not to have liberal greenies running the borough.
Speaking of safe,
I think.
Al, speaking of safe, when engaging in peaceful holiday protests, what is the safest distance between you and the barricade dumpster you just set on fire?
No, this is not a fire safety talk. We're talking about...
Now, hold on, he brings up a good point. Talking about protesting, it's all of our rights. Now, when you're protesting, let's say the mayor, what's the safest way to slash their tire? A stabbing or a slicing motion? No.
Sharp objects are critical when we're talking about holiday safety. If you have knives and you have scissors and you have them out, little kids can grab a hold of them, potentially get cuts or something like that, or stab one of their brothers or sisters or something like that. We don't really want to have that as a problem here. And the other thing you got to think about when you have kids around is appropriate gifts. You don't want to have potentially choke hazards that someone could swallow and possibly get.
That's absolutely right. Now, when it comes to stocking stuffers, make sure your little tyke's ammunition is too large to swallow. Stick to shotgun shells, non-incendiary munitions, nothing smaller than a 9mm round right out.
This is not a firearm safety talk. This is holidays.
Now, let's go ahead and focus on the big issues. Let's get this back to reality. Al, what are the safest gender-neutral toys that you can have?
Gotta focus on The family has to determine what type of gifts they should give their kids.
The family, that's right. And we at Safe Company believe in gender-appropriate toys. That's why we're introducing our newest line of baby blue boys Berettas and glamour glitter clouds Glocks. Perfect stocking stuffer.
I think firearms and stocking stuffers are not.
Al, let's go ahead and get real here. At the end of the day, we all know it's clearly safest to just not have the children.
No, wait, now, children at parties is.
Oh, no, at all. Birthing people should just stop producing children. It's very unsafe to the health of the planet.
Now, let's focus on Christmas trees. Now, everybody likes Christmas trees. We got to determine where you place that Christmas tree. You got to make sure you don't block any of your exits. You got to have a good base so it doesn't fall over. But there is a little bit of determination of whether you want a real tree or an artificial tree.
Oh, yeah. Leaving a plastic tree to pollute the planet for 1,000 years. Real safe, Al.
Now look, I agree. A real Christmas tree is much safer. Now let me tell you how to turn an old Christmas tree into a ghillie suit here for a second.
Oh, even better. Yeah, we'll make the world safer by destroying it.
Now, basically, we're going to get into the point of if you have a real tree. If you have a real tree, it's important to get that tree properly watered. And if you're going to have it on there for a while, adding sugar to that tree can make that tree stay green.
Well, wait a minute. We all know this adding sugar to your tree is a lie propagated by the processed food industry to keep us unhealthy and diabetic.
Well, you know, that actually helps the pharmaceutical industry as they keep us sick and fleece us with their own expensive drugs.
Which only continues the oppression of the oppressed classes, Al.
It's better to let the tree burn to the ground
And feed the medical industrial complex to prop up Big Sugar. Wait, you hate Big Sugar too?
We totally hate Big Sugar.
All right, make Haines healthy again.